Monday afternoon. So I've stuck the body on just to remind myself a little bit more than anything, but also to give me some idea of what jobs I've got to do while this body's coming on and off. I can work on getting those pedals all in exactly the right place. So the body is an Austin 10. Well, I say body, it's more of just a skull, but it's an Austin 10 cut down. I'm not going to do too much to it at all. I'm just going to weld up the centre so it's finished there, just beat that straight. I've got to finish fabricating the bits and pieces, put some corners on, make a bulkhead for it of sorts. So I've been thinking about the dashboard and what to do, because obviously I want it to look old. I was breaking an old wardrobe apart the other day, and one of the panels, you can see that's where it's pinned in. It's exactly that size, but by chance it fits right in there. Obviously it needs straightening up a little bit, but I kind of like it. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it looks too much like a wardrobe? Oil pressure and temperature gauge would be in here, and then your battery would be over there. I did consider making it so it's on a hinge, but there doesn't seem to be much of a reason. Let's put the steering wheel on. Right, that's with the wheel on. When you're sat in it, that's kind of the view you got out, and you don't really see the dash, you just see the curls at the bottom. Yeah. Right, so to finish these brakes off, I just got to clean this piece up because it's a bit sketchy. To do this was going straight, so I just put a curl in it, so it just pulled it over a little bit. Right, good, there's that one in. Looks pretty cool there, looks as though it's supposed to be there, doesn't it? Obviously as this goes along it's going to just disappear in with the rest of it. I'm going to drill these holes through and get this bolted on, and then I can move on. In there, nice and solid, no wobbles now. Let me just take a split pin in there. I've got to sand everything back so it rusts, of course. I'm going to work this body in the other room now. Grinder's got a nice bit of balance. You can virtually have it on there with no pressure. It's quite good. I like it. Get this cleaned up, then run the weld up there. Do some 0.6 wire on this really, but lead on this little corner here they've used to smooth it out. It doesn't like it. I've got down here and I've got this piece. Split pin helped me weld that up. But that's about as good as it's going to get. Obviously it's going to be a little bit finer sanded, but I don't want it much better than that. It'll rust in and you'll never know. The thing with this is it doesn't really matter because it all adds a bit of character. I don't mind the fact that it looks as though I've done this. Everything's straight, you know what I mean? Everything's in there right. Now if they had done this in the day, this would have probably been brazed. When the paint fell off, it would have looked equally as rough, I should imagine. So I'm not too bothered about that. Been looking forward to getting this body into some sort of shape. I'm really looking forward to getting the windscreen in there because I can see it, but I need to see it in the flesh to be completely convinced. The worst of it isn't going to be the windscreen itself, it's going to be making the little bits that go at the sides, because it's going to be an opening screen, because I think it's got to. Once I get the steering sorted, I don't think there's anything really mechanical much to go. There's little bits and bobs, but right, someone gave me this switch the other day and it's a Lucas one, and you can see it's got the big chunky contacts, so that's going to be my kill switch, and it's going to be sat on this bulkhead so it can just be killed from outside the car. Not that there is an inside, but there we go. I'm not happy to actually cut any more of this body away where this pitman arm's going to be, so I'm going to drop it all, drop this whole bracket right the way across, drop it by about 10 mil. Then I'm going to have to alter this accordingly, I think. I suppose I could just grind that out, can I? Stop being so fussy. The trouble is it's in exactly the right place. This is where I'm at. I think I've got to try it. See what I did here? This is off a 50s car, it's an idler. And then what I've done is put the other end of this, clamp the steering box on, and then I've welded the other pitman arm to this. So that goes into there, and then that sits on there. Okay, I've been checking out the steering and you can see it all works well. But there's a tiny little bit of outage on this rod. What I think I'm going to do is take him out and remake him, but get someone to run it round on a lathe first and get it all absolutely spot on, so I can just weld it up and it'll be on the button, because I want it to be really strong, obviously, for steering. But it got me out of the woods and it drove me up the road. Now it needs a little bit more love. What I'm going to do for the minute, I'm going to put a grease nipple in here just so this stays greased. Right, good. Now let's see what that's done. That's put that right there. I've got the piece to go in here, so I can just cut that down and it'll look as though it's supposed to be there. There you go, that looks way better down there, doesn't it? And it's still the same. Everything's as good, but it means I'm in a better position. Right, what I think I'm going to do next is get all of this welded up, put some shape into it. Get it all welded in there, tightened up, and then that'll put the strength back into the body again. Right, this is the steering box, and this is a later than 1936 Austin 10 steering box. I know it looks a bit rough, but that's because I dug this one up. What I did, I found a chassis upside down up the woods, up the road here, and me and the kids broke the front end of it off and brought it home. It's over in the woods now, and it's you know, just a bit of art there, but and it's still all right. Surprisingly, been underground for 50 years. This part is off the 50s car idler. What I'll do now, this is tacked, I'm going to grind this up all the way around. I've just taken the bolts out so I can get in there, and then I'm going to weld that up. Fortunately, all this old stuff's made out of forged steel, so it welds incredibly well, and it's really, really strong. Had a lot of heat in there. That just needs bolting back on again now, and that'll be alright. Running out of gas, running out of gas. Well, that's a bit better. I trimmed this up round here just to tidy it up a bit. So I'm going to put it back in there and check everything's on the button. Then I think what I'm going to do is start tidying some of these edges up. You know, just clean them up so they go round properly. Just quickly, I'd like to say massive thanks to everyone who went to my shop last time, got himself a t-shirt or some merch. Quite a few people bought pants, which cracked me up. I'm sorry they're so expensive. I'm not actually making any money on them. There's going to be a few bums with Oak Swamp on this year, which really, really makes me laugh. Thanks, dudes. Now, if you want to get any merch and have it delivered before Christmas, the cut-off date is the 16th of December. So get your orders in before then. Cheers, chaps. So I had a call from Simon at Anti-Friction, so I'm going to go out to him now and get my bearings. I've also run out of gas, so I'm going to go and get that. And if I'm really lucky today, I'm going to try and pop in to see my mate Rich. See if he can laser cut me a couple of spacers out for these bearings. So I just spoke to my mate Rich at As Good Engineering, and they're about today, so I'm going to go into there as well, and we're going to have a look at making these spacers up for the bearing. You'll probably notice if I go out, I try and do as much as possible, and that's what I've got to do. Alright.
Glad to see you.
How are you today?
Yes, we're fine. We're fine.
Hello, you little kid.
Twinkle the dog, that is.
Twinkle.
Twinkle. She's about 12, 13 years old.
She looks old, but she's still full of beans, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah. Oh, look at this, new bearings.
We got the value bearings.
Yeah.
And we got the more quality big bearing you want.
Oh, that's the fella. Is it the same idea?
Yeah, it should be exactly the same thing. 50 quid off plus the VAT is £60.46.
60 quid for all of them.
All of them, yeah, I know.
Lovely. Well, you know where to come if you want your bearings. Come to Anti-Friction. I should come in more.
Well, it depends what you want.
Look, here's a bill, look. 60 quid. I think that's an absolute bargain, son. Thanks again for your impeccable service, sir. And I will see you next time.
Okie dokie.
Morning, Steve. How you doing, Merce? Got a little job for you. Richie! How you doing, Merce? Apple pies. I've got an interesting little job for you. How you doing, mate?
I'm good to see you. Good to see you, mate.
You looking well?
On the mend.
You feeling good?
I'm alright, I'm alright. Light duties only though, not allowed to lift.
What was that you were just doing?
Oh, it's that time of year again, isn't it?
Look at that.
I was actually just working on something for you.
Really? It's Phil.
Hiya, how you doing?
How you doing, bro? Rich has been designing something for us, and let's have a butcher's. You party to this as well, mate?
No, not guilty.
When you coming round in that other car you promised me?
Oh, MGA? Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to, what do I need to do on that? Distributor.
Distributor? What is it? Broke?
Vacuum advance.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Ah.
And that's what
Is it
I
a...
think that's what the problem is.
Is it a 2DA or whatever they call the Lucas one? 4DA?
Yeah.
I've got quite a few spares.
Yeah,
If
I've got a spare, just a case of swapping it in and out.
going out,
Hopefully
yeah.
that'll do.
Working too hard, Phil.
It's because he's not.
Did you hear that?
Talk about light duties, light duties.
Like duties.
He stepped up, thank goodness.
Look at that. That's banging, man.
So we'll get that cow in a minute.
Cool. What's your name?
Bogner.
Bogner, like the place
Yeah, like
in West Sussex,
Yeah.
East Sussex, wherever it is. Yeah, nice name. It's an unusual name in Britain.
Yeah, well, it's easier to pronounce than my full name, so people go with Bogner.
Go with your full name.
Bogusława,
And where are you from?
Poland.
And that's it. Whee, up Poland. We love the Poles, don't we, Rich?
Certainly do.
It's your empire, mate.
That'll patina down nicely.
look at that.
Christmas keeps rolling.
Thanks,
Yeah.
boys.
Welcome. All the way.
Here he is. How you doing, David?
Good to see you, mate.
You all right, mate?
I'm living the dream, you?
Yeah, exactly that. Having a lovely time.
Brilliant.
Good, good. We're down to eat. Well, we're not eating mince pie. There's a mince pie there for you.
Oh, bless you, my son.
We're doing a bit of swamping around here.
Sure, it's all you do these days, isn't it?
That's all I do, mate.
Bearing with like a collar on both sides,
There's a new one, which
adapted so Bryan can take it out.
I like it.
it came out really easily
I
then.
bet it did.
What it does, it goes into there. He's loving it, isn't he? I like to see Dave getting his brain involved.
What, you've challenged him.
Challenge Dave.
Challenged Dave.
We should make a
Challenge Annika.
yeah. We're gonna make a new segment where Dave wears girls' clothes and we challenge him.
Well, you better come to my house on a Saturday night then. That's a regular.
So I heard.
And he hasn't seen the Oak Swamp pants yet.
Oh no, you need some Oak Swamp pants, Dave. Yeah. So what are you saying, Mush?
I'm trying to define where that line is.
Because you can feel the casting, can't you? Or the
Yeah.
machining. It doesn't feel like a smooth section, although
It's
there's a lighter bit just there.
it sort of comes across down, and it's more like that. It's not defined, is
But
it?
if you look at that,
What?
That's quite
This?
radius. It's the inner one, quite radius. Isn't
Let's
it?
get a size. Let's see now. You can feel it with the tip of the felt tip.
Yeah.
you can feel it, baby. It's an interesting one, though, isn't it? This is pretty much what building vintage cars is about.
Well, yeah, definitely.
To me, you know, it's all about it don't fit. You got to make something else fit.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit.
Particularly the way you do it as well, Bryan.
Yeah,
Let's get a bigger hammer.
yeah, exactly. Black.
So I mean, I'm working to a felt tip line, but we've got about 57 mil.
Look at that. Cup of tea, cheers, bro.
You're welcome, mate.
Didn't you get one? Oh, you've been
Oh,
skiving
no,
all
I
morning,
actually-
haven't you?
My poor wife was taken poorly at work. I had to take her home.
Oh, that's not very nice. Is she alright?
I think she'll survive. Picked up a bug, that's all. All good, mate.
Well, we've decided what we're going to do with this. Now, we've all come to the opinion, and we're all agreeing on this.
Yeah.
What Dave did, he measured between this surface and this surface, and it was 7 mil, you
7
said?
mil, probably a quarter of an inch in old mate.
And on the bearing, it's only 3.5 mil, so that side, it doesn't need it at all. And as Rich said, there's no marks where the bearing had been down there, and it'd be spinning, so that side we're not going to worry about. The other side, which is going to be hanging out here, I think we need to do, because it's going to be hitting against the end of the stub axle. So the boys are going to cut some little, what do you call them?
Well, they're washers,
Shim.
but we're using them as shims.
We're going to call them shim.
Shims.
Yeah, let's call them shims.
But they're basically a washer.
Can you just say gusset?
If you wish me to.
Yeah.
It'll cost you.
How much?
Gusset.
How much was that?
Mince pie.
Mince pie?
Not cheap.
Oh no, Rich is out them all. Right. Who are these for? Jackhammer Customs?
Jackhammer Customs, who are based in Farnborough.
Oh right.
So yeah.
And look, these are motor mounts. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if I made that, that would take me probably a good 2 hours of beating it around, and it wouldn't be as good as that. Probably at least 2 hours, maybe more, because was that cut on the laser?
Cut on the laser and then
then
folded on the press here.
I wish I had these guys at my disposal. It wouldn't be the same thing though, would it?
You have. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I do, don't I? Look at that.
Happy?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Shim, shiminy, shim,
Let's just
shiminy,
knock out on you,
shim,
Steve, but just while we're here. See, that's 49.8, and I thought let's go 50 just to be sure.
Oh, we got loads of them, haven't we? Lovely new beanie, as good. Well done, mate. Thanks
You're welcome,
ever so
mate.
much for the help today.
No, you're welcome.
Now you can see how useful this place really is, because something as simple as that takes them a couple of seconds and it gets me out of the shit. If you too have a little job like this that needs doing, and they're not expensive, come down and see these boys. The link is in the description below. Brilliant. Thanks
Good to
ever
be
so
of
much,
service,
mate.
You're welcome. It's good to see you.
I just popped down to RH Davies, and Andy sorted me out a gas bowl. Poor old Andy's got a massive toothache today, so you're in the wars, shouldn't you?
Yeah, it's from chewing all the coins to make sure they're real gold.
Oh, is that what it is? Also, I was after a shroud from a welder, and I've got a big bag of them now. Look at that.
50p mix up there, Bryan.
50p bag.
There you go.
And you've ordered my drill.
So we've gone for a nice cordless Metabo to match your grinder now,
Yeah,
haven't we?
well happy with the Metabo. I've got to say, it's a head and shoulders above what I had
Good
had
gear. It
before.
is good gear, yeah.
Bob's up on the roof, but I'm going to be coming back soon, so we'll talk about this later. Good stuff. Well, that's all going to go. I just sat that on top, so I think that's just going to... Yeah, that's just going to pop in there nice and easy. It really doesn't need one underneath because it's actually a lot bigger anyway, so I've just got to put a couple of these shims on first, and then push that on, and we're there. The only thing I haven't got right at this moment is the lever. I've been doing a bit of researching to see exactly which one, because there's a few and I didn't want to buy the wrong one. I think I'm definitely going to start the week next week on the Leaf, because get these done will make me very happy and have the windscreen, and I'm missing driving him, to be completely honest. But this morning, where were we? Oh yeah, I forgot we were here. I can't even remember what I was doing because of the day off yesterday. I've got wheel bearings to go in, which I can do, but I feel like making something. I've started rusting that already. I think what I'm going to do today, because I feel like making something, is the seat. I've got an idea for this seat. I think I'm going to have a go at it. This is the original Austin Big 7 seat base. And look at the lovely curvature on it. I wish I had one of these, you know, just like this. But this is... The upholstery is still good on it, and I've got the rest of it, so I don't want to ruin this seat for the sake of this, so I'm going to make one instead. But I want to copy this because it's really comfy, at least something like it, so it's got to be a two-way curve. Instead of trying to actually roll this round, I can't do this really, to be honest with you. I'm not good at that, so I'm going to go over in the woods, and I've got some front wings off of 30s cars over there. I've got a few over there actually, but I'm going to bring a couple back. And I'm thinking maybe I can get myself a nice little seat that runs from there right up to here with a nice continual lovely curve on it. Usually I'll try this out beforehand and have a bit of a bash at it before I attempt it. But as I'm running short on time, I'm taking you with me this week. Been very wet lately. I think it's time to get the leaf covered because we're in monsoon season in Britain. Monsoon without heat. Oh, it's lovely out here today though. Last of our apples are still on the tree. But you look out, that's how far the sea is away from us. It's just down there. How you doing, mate? Can you see that? Oh, look at that. I suppose I should try sitting in it, shouldn't I? Sort of. It's much lower. It doesn't need all this bit on the back, so that needs chopping up. I think I'm going to just keep chopping away at it because it doesn't matter. It's kind of getting there. It's kind of starting to fill. I think it wants a little bit more height on this, so, and probably the little bit of drop on there. It's an unusual shape I've got to create because this seat is perfect. As you see with the seat, it starts off, goes down sharply, and curves round, and it's all these side curves. Now all our side curves are way more pronounced. Right, as much as that was a nice idea, it doesn't really work for this. It's too curved and it puts you too far forward. It needs to be exactly the same as this, because I've used this all the way through and it just works. I think what I'll do though is make a bit of a back on here though, because it definitely needs a back. I suppose if I use this one on this, I can use the other one on the frog, so yeah. See these? I don't know if this is still going to do it, but you blow them up. Got holes in it, but that's what these would have done. It's a pneumatic tyre in there and you blew it up and that's what you sat on. There it goes. A funny way of having a seat, isn't it? I suppose it's cheap though, isn't it? There we go, look. Float on air. There she is. I'm staying like that. So what I'm going to go for instead is something that does that, something like that. It's how I imagined it. Just whacking a bit of shape into it so it'll fit in there. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Right, this is the back seat of the Austin Big 7 and it's full of wood run. It's pretty rotten. I think I'm going to cut a bit out and try it on there, see what it looks like, because it's exactly the same leather, colour and everything. Again with this I'm just trying it out as I go, but I've just had no time to pre-empt any of this, so by doing it as I go along it's going to work or it isn't. So right, I cut a slice out and I'm going to have a go at wrapping it round it, just temporary with a bit of spray glue, just see what it looks like, and I can cut it out once it's in situ. I just come up with this idea, to be honest with you, so. But you know me, I want to see what it looks like finished before it gets there. Leather. Look at this, what Rich gave me, it's really cool, isn't it? Well done, mate. I'm going to put this outside. It's going to rain today. I'm going to leave it there today. That'll be rusty before I know it. So I cut this little edging strip off the other part of the seat, and I'm going to stick it round this corner and then stick that to the top of it. I know it's all a bit sketchy, but you know, that's the way we like it, and this is first attempt. What I've been doing is just gluing this round, and it's always going to be a bit sketchy, but like everything, it's not got to be brilliant. It's got to look used, it's got to look battered, it's got to look as though it's had a life at some time. There you go, it looks rough as arse. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's nice and stiff. It's made everything stiff and hard on that edge, which is good for the minute at least. I'm going to just cut these backs down and glue them. I don't think that glue's going to last, but it can stay like it for a bit, and then when I find some decent glue, I'll put some Gorilla Glue on it or something. It looks like a comfy seat, doesn't it? Good, I can forget about that now. Yes! Right, pedals. Centralise the clutch and then bring the brake pedal over to the right a bit. So this brake pedal just wants shoving over, so the pad's over about, I'd say, over about there. Also, I've got something cool to go on the end. I'll do it in a minute. You can see I've joined it before a couple of times, putting different shapes to it, but I'm just going to bring it over, I think, on this joint here. Just tap it over a little bit, get it into the right place. Oh my mercy. So I picked this bottle up yesterday, didn't I? And fortunately Andy sort of doing me a bit of a sponsored thing, and he has done for years, unofficially, and he lets me have this for free, which I think is bloody lovely of him. So what the score is with these bottles, this is kind of like Argentshire, it's 5% Argan mix. You pay, I think it's about 100 quid deposit on the bottle, and they give you a bottle filled up. Every time you go back you pay, I don't know, it's 70, 80 quid, and they fill the bottle up. If you finish welding and you don't want the bottle no more, you take the bottle back and you get your deposit back on the bottle. So essentially you're only really paying for the gas. There's no rental as such. They've got loads of them down there in different sized bottles. I think it's a really good idea. It's not like he's sponsoring me or nothing, we're just mates and he's helping me out. The same with Asgoods as well. I've known them guys years and he's just helping me out, you know what I mean? We have a laugh and it's all good. It's all good. Good lads. Well, I kind of feel fond of this looking like this a bit more. I think what I'll do, I'm just going to put flat welds right across so they're the same height, and then to shear the tops. Perfect. Now if you see that in relation to the gearbox, it just gives you enough room, and it opens this side up for the throttle a little bit because there's not a lot of room in there. Before I put this back, I don't usually like putting stuff on these. I like these to go rusty. But ages ago, I picked up these AC, I suppose these would go on your brake and your clutch pedal, from an AC 3 litre, probably the 80s thing, I would have thought, or unless they're aftermarket. We've got a nice round circle there, and we've got a nice round circle there. So as it's an Austin Crosley, I'm going to cut these out and think of a way of fixing them. Put some tiny little Allen bolts through, threaded all the way into that, and it looks kind of like that. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? And what I did was threaded it through, then just ground them flat so they look like little studs there. They look alright, don't they? But they're solid, and I can even take it off. Now we're talking. It's not a perfect circle, which I kind of like, so I've ground the back off so it suits. Look at that. Austin Crosley. Now what the clutch wants, this pedal wants to be over here a bit. Now it doesn't reach the starter motor, as you see, so I can afford to probably bend this, bring it over. This has got to be welded up actually by the look of it. Right, good. I'm glad I got this bit off because it's only tacked on there. Yeah, that is perfect. Here's the next one. I kind of like it because it's not completely round and it just looks old, doesn't it? It looks older than the 70s it was. Right, there you go. That's what they look like together. This one is going to be sat out here a bit, but they look old, they look like they've been on there forever. Well, that's where I'm going to get to this week, lads. It seems as though I'm done really a lot, but you know, you have those weeks. Some weeks you do loads, some weeks you don't. But I'm pleased with what I did do. I love these little pedals and all this, and the seat. I'm still coming up with something to go around the edge, but yeah, I like it a lot. So the next thing I'm going to do is whip this engine out, turn them upside down, check out this oil pump, see what's going on with it. The oil pump on this gives about 10 psi at best, and if this engine's just been rebuilt, you know, oil comes up all around the cam and it fills up all there, but it just seems really minimal. I want a bit more, so I'm going to investigate a bit more. Also, I've got to put an oil seal on the back of this gearbox, so while he's out, I've also got a helicoil to do down the front. But if you want to see me do any of that, you're going to have to tune in next time. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you bang the old subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like and a comment. I always really appreciate them. If you want to help me out and support the channel, please go over to my shop and get yourself some lovely Oak Swamp merch. Remember, if you're buying for Christmas, the 16th is the cut-off date. Anyway, massive thanks for watching. I will catch you dudes next time. Hang loose.